Yo, what's up guys? How's it going? Hope you're all good. And yeah, now we are back in AOR, round 13 now at Belgium, and getting ready to start our laps on the soft tyres, which is the middle set. We got super soft, medium here, and once again to use the tyre glitch, we got on the soft tyre, which is the harder of the two qualifying tyres, and starting our lap now, breaking at 100-meter board. Just following our teammate now, just so we can get some slipstream off him just before Eau Rouge and after Eau Rouge onto the Camel Straight. And we're sticking to a slipstream, getting some decent tow, and nicely nail Eau Rouge there. Get back into the slipstream, and we just about pull out, open the DRS. Cupid ends up setting a provisional pole time there. Reversals on the middle there, and that cost us a bit, like onto the entry into Le Com, and yeah, I think that cost us a few tenths, but nevertheless, we were 5 tenths up, and that was incredible. And yeah, 5 tenths up into sector one, and that, yeah, we had to carry that momentum, but we decided to go wide at the hairpin into no name now, just to get a oversteer exit, costing us a few like tenths in two corners there, and into pull on now, and that wasn't too bad. Just about staying on the racing line. Martin sets the provisional pole time now into these two fast corners, and we just about nail them as well. And coming onto the penultimate corner now here, we wanted to get a decent exit here, which we do. We run onto the exit curb slightly, but nevertheless we're still here, but we're only about less than a tenth up, and I was pretty disappointed with that, because that meant like I lost about 4 tenths in the middle sector, and I just didn't understand where that was. I knew it was like a few tenths after, well, at the com, but like that's it. Like I just don't understand. I lost 4 tenths, but either way, we get a decent run and exit from the bus stop, and crossing the line now, 46-2, and um. Yeah, I was disappointed with that lap, because that's about 3 tenths or 2 tenths slower than my PB, my personal best, and that was without any slipstream as well, my personal best. So I was really disappointed with that, and we still carried on the second lap now, just so we can give some slipstream to our teammate behind, and Cupid ends up setting a 45.9 there, so that's a brilliant lap for him, which puts him on the provisional pole. And yeah, after giving that slipstream to my teammate there, he ends up going past, and he ended up getting a decent lap time too. I think it put him somewhere in the top 10. I think it was 10th. And yeah, we're back off our lap now, cooling our tyres into the pits, and keeping on pole there, provisional pole, us in 4th, our teammate in 10th. And yeah, the race was actually going to be wet, so we went back out in qualifying on the intermediate tyres to just do some runs on the inters, really, get into the rhythm and make sure we're ready for the conditions. And I don't think any of the other drivers did the same thing, to be honest. Me and my brother did this, I mean my teammate, but yeah, that's about it. And there you can see the final result there, us in 4th, a title rivals Sierra in 2nd, Cupid 1st, Martin 5th, a teammate in 10th. And yeah, the race was panning out to be quite an exciting one, starting from where we were starting. And yeah, and that's about it. On the formation lap now, what was going through my mind here? Nothing too much. I was just I was really hyped for this race, not just because I was starting 4th, just because like it was gonna be a wet race. It was gonna transit into wet conditions, and yeah, I was just looking forward to that once again. And yeah, just really looking forward to it. And lining up on 4th between Reverso and Martin, I knew I had to dispatch Reverso straight away, and possibly Sierra too, if we wanted any chance of winning, because Cupid had rapid pace around here. And yeah, line up onto the grid now, getting ready for the lights, and yeah, hopefully looking forward to like having a good race here, clean one if possible. And yeah, just not like Spa 2012, that's what I didn't want. But yeah, 4 lights now, 5 lights, and away we go now. We get a really good launch there, just about level up with Russell coming into turn 1. He ends up braking a bit late, stays on the inside. We think about sticking it on like into the middle, but end up backing out. But yeah, I was just really glad to get through turn 1 nice and clean, because if I got hit, then God knows what could have happened if I would have lost a wing or wheel, I don't know. But like, I'm just glad glad it was a good start. And now you can see on the camera straight now, Reversal goes through the middle of the 2 cars there, Sierra and Cupid. He ends up out braking himself, which was a shame for him. And yeah, I think he was planning on to give the positions back. Now he slows down. Sierra goes down the inside of Reversal, and then Cupid then ends up trying to go down the inside of Sierra, but Sierra managed to keep that place. Streets tries to hang it round the outside of us. We go nicely. We go past 2 cars there straight away, and that was actually assisted by Cupid pushing Reversal slightly wide, which ended up back in Streets into, like, Reversal ended up back in Streets into, basically what happened was that them 2 ended up slowing down, so I just had to stick it around the outside, and I did. And yeah, that's us up into 3rd now, and from here on I was just looking forward to like staying right behind these 2 guys and hoping to not lose any pace behind these guys. And yeah, you'll see now Cupid actually already going past Sierra before Blanchimon, and yeah, as you can just see how much pace he had there, and yeah, already going past him, and you'll see how much advantage he actually gains after the bus stop now. So look at this now, we're right behind him, coming out the chicane now, and he's already gone. Look at this, he's already like 4 or 5 tenths ahead, and yeah, that's just incredible. And I don't know if it was 4 or 5 tenths actually, but it was without, like, not within touching distance. And yeah, and again, once again, he gets a decent run out of turn 1 and gives himself a good exit, and we have absolutely no chance of catching from here on onto the camel straight. But we still nail with Rouge, and you can see how much we gained on Sierra there. I don't know if he was like running lower wings or higher wings, I don't know, but we ended up gaining lots of time there. But Reverse ends up going past like me and possibly Sierra here, and he hangs it round the outside of Sierra. Sierra hangs it round outside of him into the next corner, and we end up getting a switchback now on Reversal nicely. I'm looking forward to stick it on the inside now into the hairpin, which we end up doing, and that's us now into P3 once again. And Cupid, look at him, he's already gone. And yeah, from here on it's just trying to stay behind Sierra and hopefully like making an attack on him on the back straight, or on like on the camel straight on the next lap when we have the RS. And see here later on this lap we get decent turbo. We'll end up going wide at Blanchimon, and we got our first one in there. Sierra ends up outbraking himself. Reverso tries to stick his car on the inside there. We close the gap, so he backs out. And yeah, and now on to lap 3 now, right behind Sierra, trying to mount some pressure on him. And he ends up outbraking himself here. He goes wide, we take that position, and we're up into P2 now. This is it, this is what I wanted. But then I saw Reversal also climb back up into 3rd now, and I thought, nah, this is it. Like, this is the worst straight you'd want to be the car ahead, and you'll see now why. And Reversal just goes past us with no difficulty at all, and that's us back into P3, braking at the 100-meter board once again. He ends up going to touch wide. We want to get the switch back now, thinking 2-3 corners ahead. We end up like getting some wheel spin there. We still managed to get that switch back, trying to like put in our car, we're hoping to stay on the inside. Russ ends up going wide. We stick our car on the inside into hairpin, and we get that position back. Sierra ended up going past the reversal too, and that's us back into P2 with Sierra right behind us, and I believe Martin was right behind him. And you can see there Jeff now actually asking us to go on inters, and it was inters time now. And yeah, I was just glad to get past them two guys straight away and back up into P2. And now we're watching our replay, and there you can see we get a decent start up into 3rd gear, 4th gear. And here, honestly, like I was obviously trying to mount an attack, but at the same time I was hoping to brake as late as possible, just in case a car behind like outbroke himself, just didn't want to get hit. And later on lap 1 again, with some more drama, reversal goes a bit wide, not a bit, it goes a lot wide, but still Cupid tries to get switched back on Sierra, which he ends up doing, which is what we ended up doing on reversal a couple laps later. And yeah, Cupid was a bit unlucky there that reversal was actually um, letting us back there, so he didn't have much space to go around on the inside of Ciari, so he thought like smart about that and just backed out of it. Ciari managed to maintain the lead. Onto lap 2 now, another replay. And these two cars batting ahead. We stick it down the inside of reversal with the switchback move. And yeah, we ended up taking third place once again there. And there'll be another replay now. And once again on lap 3, same corner into Lecombe. Getting a switchback here, but we actually go all four wheels up like onto the curb there, I believe, which ended up us getting a wheel spin, especially in damp conditions. And yeah, we still managed to do a carbon copy move, and yeah, that was us back into P2 now, coming on to the end of lap 3, pitting for Inters. And yeah, from there on I was actually like really excited about this race. I was just glad to be ahead of like our nearest title rival Ciari. Like mathematically that was good for us, especially after getting outscored by 15 points last time out in Hockenheim. I was really glad, but we got held up there by Russell about 8, 9, 10. So instead of getting like 2.1 or something, we ended up getting like 2.9, and that cost us about another 7 or 8 tenths to Cupid. And from here on, it was looking really tough, really tough to catch him, because he's a really good driver, and especially I think like this is one of his strongest tracks as well. I don't know if it's his favorite, but this is one of his strongest track, and we call this the Cupid track in AOR. But yeah, this is, yeah, in P2 now, about, I don't know, 3 seconds off Cupid now, and I was like, well, 3 seconds behind a guy that's like really rapping around here. It was a tough ask to catch him and like hope to overtake, but yeah, it's proven to be impossible though at that point. And end of lap 7 now, coming across the line to start lap 8. And if you look on the minimap here now, I think Cupid actually ended up going wide. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this was the one. So yeah, the gap from like 4 or 5 seconds would be, I think it dropped to about 3 seconds, and we'll get to see this now here. And yeah, coming across sector 1 line, same lap, it was about 3 seconds. So we ended up gaining 2 seconds there. And at this point I felt like that's either me like keeping him on his toes, like putting some pressure by just banging in consistent times, keeping the gap consistent, but also I thought like it could be just him losing a bit of concentration. And yeah, so I was a bit happy once again, like I said in the previous 2-3 races, like when someone makes a mistake ahead, it really spurs me on and gives me more confidence. And after that happened, I was still like not giving up. I never give up. Like it could be 10, 15, 20 seconds, I'll never give up on a race win. But yeah, I was still pushing to the limit here. But you end up seeing now, we ended up getting the frame rate drop once again, and we go really cautious. Watching it now, it doesn't look that bad, but when you're driving, it's really bad, and that was caused by our teammate actually leaving the session. So yeah, we ended up losing about 1 second there, because the gap was 4.2 I believe, and it dropped to like 5.1. And from here on, I was still not giving up, but it's just that put me off slightly. And at the end of lap 15 now, I think this is when Martin makes a pit stop or something, I think. And you'll see now, we come across the line, the gap's still about 4 or 5 seconds ish to Cupid. And so yeah, we were just keeping that consistent, keeping him on his toes pretty much, just making like, just trying to let him know that we're still here. And if that meant like him going like wide or cutting corners or something to get any warnings, that was enough for me. And we'll come into the end of lap 18 here. Jeff makes a call for us to come into the pits, I believe, and I didn't pit at all. I didn't even look what it was, because thinking about what happened last race, I couldn't be asked to listen to Jeff. I really couldn't. I didn't like, sounds a bit gay, but like I didn't trust him at all. I really didn't. And from here I was just looking to like make my own calls here, and looking at like my tyres here, about 74% ish, I think 74 on the right front. And from like, I was just thinking about Bahrain, Baku, where we got punctures on 75%, and I was like, okay, like it's heavy rain at the moment, it's not going to be wet, because this game makes no sense, so it's never going to be wet. So I was thinking, okay, I'll just stick on another set of inters, and coming, yeah, at the end of lap 90 now, into the bus stop. We pull to go into the pits, and from here on I was just hoping that it wouldn't become wets, just full wets at all, because if it did, then that was us screwed. And yeah, coming into pits now, onto the inters. Again, like I said, I was just fearing it wouldn't become full west, because I stayed about 3-4 laps extra compared to Martin, just in case like the game actually made sense and decided it's actually full wet time. But just like Hockenheim, even in heavy rain conditions, it just never transits to where heavy wets. So yeah, we fought smart there and just hoped the game wouldn't like screw us over once again. And sitting in P3 now, Ciaru didn't actually make a stop. Martin did make a stop though, and he's on like 3-4 laps all the inters. He tries to go around the outside of us. I don't know if he backs out there or like he just didn't have the straight line speed, but either way, we come into the Lecom now in third place, not too far behind Ciaru. And yeah, I was just hoping I could like catch him up and hopefully overtake him in the last 2 laps, last 2 or 3 laps, whatever. But I really wanted to like overtake him, because I just couldn't afford to lose another few points to him after what happened in Hockenheim. And into bus stop now, Martin tries to hang it around outside of us. We give him enough space. We learned from Hockenheim, and instead of being cautious, I just ran my own like line there. And if he wanted to hang it around outside, he could have, or he would have wanted, like whatever. But like I just didn't want to be cautious anymore. I just learned from a mistake from Hockenheim, really, just like not giving too much space, like giving enough space but like not too much, so like someone can like hang it around outside of us. And yeah, into Rouge now. We ended up getting a fantastic runner here, I believe, and you can see how much we're already close to Ciaru, and that's probably because he's on worn tyres, so he can't get the same run as what me and Martin could get at Eau Rouge due to us being on fresher tyres. And yeah, we're coming across sector 1 now, right behind Ciaru, very much like within overtaking range, and Martin's still behind us, like keeping us honest. So if we made any sort of mistake ahead, he'd be there to pounce. And yeah, coming like into no name now, Ciaru takes a decent line there. We end up taking a narrow line for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe we couldn't get used to the grip still, but yeah, still into Go on now, and just look at this. This is a fantastic run from us, and look at how much we've gained and how much we've actually opened the gap to Martin as well. And into the we go down the inside here, try to keep it. Ciaru ends up nicely keeping it, like just basically keeping his line there, and that was just brilliant from him on worn tyres. And yeah, just thought about that, and I'm like, okay, like it's gonna be hard to overtake there. So I was just thinking in my head where else I can overtake him, and here now, still on lap 21, coming into Blanchimont, and I'm thinking, like, can I maybe get a run here? And we do end up getting a proper run. We keep it on the inside just so Martin can't actually like make a move on the inside of there, because yeah, I wanted to keep the inside line just in case like I broke myself or Martin made a move or something like that. But yeah, we ended up keeping third there. Looking in the mirror now, seeing if Martin wanted to make a move on the inside. He doesn't. We ended up taking an optimal line. And coming out turn 1 now, we had a reasonably good exit. Right behind Ciaru still. Martin's right behind us too. So it was crucial from now. And you can see I actually backed off. I backed off before that corner, before Rouge. And ended up getting a fantastic run here. And we pull like onto the left, onto the outside of Ciaru, and Martin actually ends up trying to go around on the inside of us, or in between, and that's Martin right there. And we ended up, I think we lost the rear there slightly, so we ended up getting oversteered into the corner, and we just had to go wide. We backed off, let these 2 cars pass, and I was just trying to keep it like round the outside of Ciaru, but the inside line is way better at the hairpin here, so he ends up taking that position back. And this is us into P4 on the last lap, and I was just thinking, oh god, like what is going on, what are we doing? And I already knew Martin had a 3-second time penalty, but I didn't know Ciaru had one, so I knew like in my head I had to go past him on this lap. And from here on it's just all or nothing, which is not something we really do. And once again we get a fantastic run. Look on the inside, we break really late, and we make that move stick really nicely. And yeah, I was really happy with that, incredibly happy, because yeah, no, it's not every race I get to make moves like that, and this one actually paid off nicely. And yeah, just basically coming onto like the last sector now in third position. But I already knew, like I said, I knew like Martin had a time penalty, so as I was on 2-1 in here, I just made sure I didn't go wide at Blanchimon. Pretty much nailed that. Still pushing because I wanted to overtake Martin for like pride and like just yeah bragging rights really, and still pushing at the hairpin. That not hairpin, the bus stop now. But either way, we come across the line now in third place, but it moves us up to second due to us not having any time penalties. And I was really happy with that. But let's just watch the replay of that last lap. We back off before Rouge, and we get a fantastic run on Ciaru there, pull onto the outside of him, and this is when I think Martin, yeah, this is when Martin goes on to the like in between us, and it's free abreast onto the Kemmel straight, coming to the braking zone. Ciaru thinks better and like just backs off, and we go wide there, and I'm thinking, like no, I'm on 2 warnings. If I get another one, that's us like with a time penalty. So we ended up letting off as much as we can, try to still hang it round outside of Ciaru. But yeah, at this point I was just really glad I didn't get that warning, because that would have like destroyed our race. And as you can see now here, this is a replay of our overtake, and we get a really decent run out there, controlled it nicely, threw it down the inside here, and we park it on the apex, making that move stick nice and juicy, and I was really happy with that. Some people could say that was aggressive, but this is the last lap. I threw it down the inside, made it stick, parked it on the apex, didn't push anyone wide. I turned, and yeah, there was nothing wrong with that. It was a standard like last lap manoeuvre. So either way now, looking at the final result, Cupid in first, winning by 8 seconds or 8.5 seconds over us. Us in second, Ciaru third with a 3-second time penalty, which I did not know about. Martin with a 6-second time penalty with the extra 3 seconds, again I did not know about. Versal fifth, Raikkonen in actually 7th, but he'll move up to 6th after his time penalty is removed. Leo Bot, I think it was first race for him on a wheel, so or second maybe, but like that's a good result from him. And yeah, pretty fun race. I really enjoyed that. Glad to have come in P2, another podium for us once again. And yeah, I was just really happy with that. And congratulations to Cupid once again. That was a brilliant drive from him. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Drop a like if you did, and yeah, again, thanks for the support recently. I'll catch you guys next time out in Monza. Peace!